Sunday 15th of February 2015. As engineers and operators shut the steam valves of the Marsa Power Station turbines for one last time, the bustling history of electricity generation in Marsa winds down to a silent end. But the stillness is short-lived. Soon, demolition contractors descend on the station, dismantling one unit after another, until this vast area in the heart of the Grand Harbour is cleared for a new era of long-awaited regeneration. The first electricity generation units of the Marsa Power Station, known as the A Station, date back 6 decades. These units, concealed in underground tunnels, were inaugurated on the 5th of December 1953. The tunnels and some of the station's earliest turbines within them are being preserved, a lasting memory of this industrial heritage. Art students also use other large components of the power station to develop the largest outdoor artistic installation in the Maltese Islands, commemorating the workers who built and operated the power station. Through the years, the Marsa Power Station continues to expand, extending outside the tunnels, where the B Station with its towering boilers, chimneys and turbine halls is gradually developed to energise the country's rapid economic and social development in the 60s, 70s and 80s. The idea of shutting it down is first mentioned in the early 90s, when a new power station is built in Delimara. However, the Marsa Station structures continue to dominate the inner part of the iconic Grand Harbour for another 25 years, as Malta keeps relying on its generators to meet the country's electricity demand. Everything changes in 2013, when a new transformational plan for Malta's electricity generation sources spells the end of the Marsa Power Station and its old oil-fired boilers. Even before the last operating turbines are shut down, Enemalta, the energy company spearheading this national transformation, is already unfolding plans to pull down the B Station. The first chimney and fuel tanks are dismantled in October 2014. A dedicated team of Enemalta engineers, architects and project administrators are ready to remove the remaining structures. The last turbine that is switched off, Unit 8, is also the first one to go. It is the second dismantling experience for the 60 megawatt, 60-year-old Parsons turbine. It was originally brought to the Marsa Power Station in 1986, after it was dismantled from a power station in Little Barford, Bedfordshire, England. The turbine's coal and oil-fired boiler rises 15 stories high. It is gradually cut up and lowered to the ground. Other turbines and boilers are soon taken apart and carted away. The dismantling works follow strict environmental procedures. All materials are separated on site and taken away for recycling, reuse or safe disposal in Malta or abroad. Dust abatement and other pollution control measures are in place to safeguard the well-being of residents and workers in the area. Detailed risk assessments are carried out before every dismantling operation to reduce the risk of accidents. By the beginning of 2017, the Marsa Power Station is almost an empty shell. However, 3 turbines and boilers are still in place and fully operational. They remain connected to the country's electricity distribution network on cold standby to ensure security of supply during emergencies, until new alternative sources come on stream. 12th March 2017, the long-awaited permanent alternative to the Marsa Power Station and other old oil-fired power stations in Malta. A 215 megawatt new gas-fired power station at Delimara. It's ready and raring to go. 2 years after it is switched off for the last time, Enemalta network technicians cut off the high voltage cables connecting the last 3 generators at Marsa to the national grid. Without its outgoing feeders, the Marsa Power Station can no longer supply electricity to the Maltese Islands. Its final chapter is coming to a close. The last 3 turbines and boilers are dismantled within a few weeks. The turbine halls and other buildings are demolished as well. As the site becomes one large open space, the demolition contractors are free to use quicker methods to bring down the last remaining structures. The 69-metre steel chimney of Unit 7 is taken apart and lowered to the ground in May of the same year. It is soon followed by its steam boiler, the 1984 300 tonne per hour Foster Wheeler Boiler No. 7. 12 December 2017. The Marsa Power Station dismantling operation is nearing its final stages. Early in the morning, demolition engineers start a delicate operation to demolish the last 2 chimneys. A high-reach demolition excavator is used to topple the smaller one, a 42-metre structure built in 1970. The second chimney is twice as tall, rising 81 metres above ground level. It comes crashing down in a controlled demolition using remote-controlled excavators. Demolition contractors remove over 12,000 tonnes of concrete and other building materials from the power station site. Another 17,000 tonnes of metals, including steel, copper and aluminium, and 320 tonnes of electricity cables, are exported for recycling. As the last of over 1,400 truckloads of materials are carted away from the site, the largest demolition operation in Malta's industrial history comes to an end in the beginning of 2018.